What's up, guys? It's Strange Productions. Welcome back to another fantastic episode that I have for you guys to store today. Sorry, I misspelled the loud jewel. Right now, we're operating the multi-level for MARC. As you can see here, we're just setting up our stuff. It's about 7:30 at night, and we are coming from Martin State Airport. We're a late train. Let's go and get the doors open here as we're kind of setting everything up. As we're going to Washington Union Station. And we'll be making every stop except for West Baltimore. And we have a MP36 in the shove, marked number 24. These repaints were off of Railworks America. The link will be in the description down below. And without further ado, the door's closed. Let's get started. And all the physics and the sound mods were courteous of Fan Railer. Like and subscribe to him on YouTube. Also, check out other modifications as well for Train Simulator, as well as other places. Let's begin. And so on the Northeast Corridor, the MARC MP36s can only do 90 miles per hour, so I guess you can find out how fast we're going to go the entire way, which is pretty much 90 miles an hour, because again, that's all we'll be allowed to go, because these MARC locomotives will not be able to handle more than that. I guess the back E-bell is on too. We have a clear signal. There we go. So now we're on full cap signal territory, so hopefully our cap signals don't crap out on us. Hoping they won't. And so what's great about the multi-level modifications, so these actually were from New Jersey Transit, is the different high and low beam settings as well. So the reason why I have the HUD down below is because the controls are a little bit iffy, so I like to see how my controls are instead of just looking all the way down and my controls not be able to see ahead of me. Can I do that? No, not really. So that's why I got these. Even though I won't be really paying attention to the map, that's for you guys to see exactly where we are. I know exactly where I'm at. As you can tell from my last few gameplays on the Northeast Corridor, and my old videos of me riding on the Northeast Corridor, especially the internships that you guys see me do as well. So a lot of you guys asked me what the point of the internship was. Well, the whole point of the internships was to ride a whole bunch of trains and just to observe everything trackside, kind of see how everything works, listen to the radio, learn some signals and some rule books as well, courteous of all of the Amtrak, MARC, and CSX, as well as some Norfolk Southern employees as well who have helped me, as well as New Jersey Transit. I know a few people from New Jersey Transit that helped me understood, as well as Keolis, which operates VRE down in Virginia. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who helped me through that internship to understand the railroad more. And we got a clear signal at the 971. So that was the whole point, was to kind of expand my knowledge of the railroad and get some input and to give everything kind of a shot and definitely see if the railroad life was for me. And so I'll be able to tell you guys once I join the railroad here, once everything gets settled in, I guess is the right term. So, like I said, we're going to make every station stop except for West Baltimore. I know one of the southbound trains from MARC, that comes from MARC State, I believe does not stop in West Baltimore, so I think it stops at Halethorpe, or it doesn't even stop at Halethorpe, excuse me. Maybe it does, I don't know, I can't remember. One of the trains doesn't stop at West Baltimore. Clear signal at bridge. Like I said, we're only allowed to go 90 miles per hour, so that's as fast as we can go. That's as fast as we will go, as we'll be making now every station stop. Next stop, Halethorpe, track 3, southbound. I think we're MARC train 643 if I'm not mistaken. Your signal. So we're at the first curve north of Frederick Road. And then that bridge right there is actually Frederick Road. And now we are on the first curve south of Frederick Road. And then that little mile marker you see is milepost 110, even though it does not say that. So now we can go 110 miles per hour, even though we will not, because we can only go 90. Yes, I know this is New Jersey Transit, but and then my doctor's office, so we're over here in Pine Heights. Well, my ex-doctor. So I'm in Oklahoma now, so he's in Baltimore. I've been going to that doctor for years and years and years, ever since I got diabetes back in April 17th, 2007, when I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I haven't seen that endocrinologist forever, until I moved out here to Oklahoma. And hopefully I can move back soon to the DMV and start my life. Well, yet again with my friends, family, and my girlfriend. And here comes Halethorpe, mile and a half. Northbound MARC. And welcome to Hillthorpe. Now the old platform of Hillthorpe used to be right under this bridge, actually. And then as well we have automatic dynamic brakes. And they'll do most of the work. And doors are shut. We'll get a crossbar of this train leaving. Definitely a New Jersey Transit written all over it, as I can hear it. Definitely makes for a nice screenshot here. Next stop, BWI. Baltimore, Washington, Thurgood Marshall International Airport, to be exact. No, we weren't high power. Okay. Another switch here for the lights are different. And this thing does have ditch lights as well if you press the J button, but I don't know the switch in the locomotive or the cab car for it. Almost a locomotive. Yeah, right. Like a cab car can be a locomotive, I'm sure. A motor, if you put a pantograph in it, yes. Locomotive itself, probably not. Unless you're RDC Bud, then maybe. I forgot what river this was, or creek. I forgot which one this was. I'm sure I can find Google Maps somewhere. It's alright, Baltimore's coming up right now. Or BWI Airport, excuse me. I mean Baltimore Washington International, so BWI. BWI, milepost 106.3. Thank you. That's my alert going off. I believe this is Interstate 695. Maybe. No, maybe 295. It comes into BWI Airport. Maybe it's 895. I'm not sure. Alright, this is milepost 106 right here. We'll scooch up a little bit to the platform. And welcome to BWI. Like I said in a previous video of mine, BWI is definitely a naturistic area to watch trains, just because you're just in the middle of the woods out in nature. What I love about BWI Airport is just all the bike trails, all the different places there are to where you can take your bikes. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. As my buddy Pat Smat and I took a ride up here together to see one of my engineer buddies who I wanted to meet for the first time ever, and I gotta say he's one of my all-time heroes just because of his amazing, encouraging words he has to say, and just his motivation and just everything. Those workhorses. I definitely have more respect for the MP36s as well. Built by MPI in partnership with MP Expresses. Being pushed by locomotive number 24 and MPI, which stands for Motor Power Industries. And then you have Motor Power Expresses, which joined forces, and they made this MP36PH-3C, which is pushing this Southbound MARC Penn line train. Next stop, Odenton, Maryland. And shout out to my buddy Luke for giving me his amazing computer, which is pumping out exactly 60 frames a second right now, as I'm able to record all this, and then just having this desktop used for gaming purposes as well. Big shout out to my buddy Luke for that. If you're watching this, I want to thank you again for his for your amazing offer on this computer. It is 3:23 in the morning here as I'm recording this. So our locomotive right now is literally giving its all as we're battling this. We were battling a 1% grade, so now we're a little bit flat, as you can see on the gauge below. Now we'll be going up another 1% grade. That's all the Northeast Quarter really is, especially between Washington and Baltimore, because in Washington you're at sea level, which is completely ground and swamp, and then you get a little higher elevation at Baltimore. So you gotta climb hills and all that stuff, and then Baltimore is actually at sea level too, because of the Chesapeake Bay that runs right into Baltimore, creating the Susquehanna River. Now, I wish they would have made this route go all the way from Washington to Philadelphia. That would definitely be amazing. But I will take what I can get. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to make a 134-mile route full of high details, etc. But yeah, they made a, they make all these little in the middle of nowhere routes that extend like 150 miles, 170 mile long. Oh, going down almost to 1%. Going down 0.8%. As I'll cut the powers right at 90. Looks like another northbound MARC train coming. So we're coming up to Grove Interlocking. Clear signal, Grove. Now we're coming into Odenton. I'll start slowing down here. Then the MP36's dynamic brakes will automatically kick on every time it detects brake activation. That's why these commuter rails slow down really easily, and you'll see all these videos that I have of just riding the MARC trains with the MP36s. You can definitely tell. Welcome to Odenton with the old Keystone style. As the northbound regional starts passing our way. Looks like the Vermonter. Are my doors closed? Yes, they are. Let's depart. Without hesitation. I don't know why both bells are activated like that, but it is what it is. There we go. Next stop, Bowie State, Maryland. Honestly, for those of you who are Amtrak crew members who do watch my videos, this actually be good for you guys, I would imagine. Believe it or not, most pilots I know who fly, United, American, Delta, Southwest, etc., they actually use Microsoft Flight Simulator X to practice for, their landings, their procedures, and all that stuff. So honestly, this would be really good for engineers, especially those who are on a Zone 2 who just want to get some practice and all that stuff. Of course, it's coming from a pilot's perspective because I am a ramp agent. Here is Bowie State, Maryland, coming up. We're not going to use too much brake because we're literally going up a 1% grade and our dynamic brakes will kick on right now, so we won't use too much brake. Here is Bowie State. Actually, we might have to use a little more brake. Bowie State is a very small platform. We can only put like 2 cars on here. There we go, paint and no paint. Very nice screenshot as we get hit by the train. Give full power as we're on our way out of here. There you go. It's getting up 1500 amps. Pretty much full power. There's our windshield wipers. Actually, I think this train skips Seabrook. I'm pretty sure it does. So we'll have to skip Seabrook as well. Yeah, it does skip Seabrook. And this is buoy interlocking. And this is where the CSX Popes Creek subdivision begins. It goes down to, I think it's called Morgantown, Maryland, something like that. Where you see a bunch of the coal and the rock trains, and some locals go down as well from Landover, Maryland, as well as Benning, DC, which connects to the CSX R&P subdivision, the Capital subdivision as well. Yeah, I think this train does skip Seabrook, so we'll skip Seabrook. Milepost 121. That's what we just passed. Alright, coming up here is Seabrook, Maryland. Oh, my great little train watching places. And now next up will be New Carrollton, Maryland. And there's New Carrollton coming up. She said, "Oh, train's over here. All aboard." There you go. Alright, departing to Carrollton, track 3, to proceed signal location to Carrollton. Let's go home to DC. Looks like we'll be riding on track number 11. I don't know why they gotta adjust the signals here a little bit, because the signals are a little bit off. Yeah, see, that's not a real signal aspect, so they gotta adjust that. There's a couple adjustments that need to be made, but you know, none to really freak out about. There's another northbound. MARC train. Howdy, northbound. Landover. Interlocking. Sorry, I was just playing with the lights. And now we are in Washington, D.C. We just crossed the line. Right where that little signal box is where the D.C. Maryland line is. And then this is the Anacostia River. And then this is what I call the 95 stretch up here, because this whole curve up until you hit CP Avenue, which marks the end of the corridor. Oh, we got a northbound coming. It's regional. So right now we're on the 95 stretch. Then we are now lined up with the CSX Capital Subdivision, which will turn into the Metropolitan Subdivision at the end of here. That's called F Tower, or F interlocking. And it's the Ivy City Rail Facility to the right, the Amtrak facility. Then you have the little MARC area right here. One of the new MARC facilities. Definitely have an approach medium. And I had to save my cab. Give me all kinds of issues. So now we are on track number 40 of CP Avenue. And then these signals right here are called New York Avenue. They come off the CSX Capital Subdivision, the Metropolitan Subdivision as well. We have an approach signal here. And the next signal was also an approach. You can see the capital next. So we catch up with the red line train here at Noma Gallaudet University. First signal bridge we just passed, which is back there, that's called C Tower, or C interlocking. This is H Tower, or H interlocking. And then you have J, and then you have K. Okay. Excellent. So it passes, and now it goes automatically to 15. We are restricting all the way. We're going to track 11. To proceed communication. We have a restricting at J Tower, and this is all K Tower. All these signals right up ahead now. This is K Tower, and that little building right there is actually K Tower, and it's still used. Why is there an Acela on what track is that? There's no place for an Acela. Pretty sure it's track 12. Yeah, why is there a solo track 12? Where? Why? Nobody knows. Those are using that Acela again as a Northeast Regional consist. I can see that happening. It's happened a few times before. And that is it. Alright, all looks good. We have a parking brake on or versus neutral, and that is all. Oh, have fun. Whatever. Alright, well, that's all I have for you guys in store today. Thank you so much for watching. Here's all the trains we've done so far. So far we've driven 120 miles total. And that's all the times we've had. So that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Tranks Productions. We are out of here.